Black Box Productions.
Oh, have y'all heard that footage, the clip, the audio? I haven't heard the audio, but I heard about the audio, and then I watched an actual news segment based upon the audio of the officers, and I believe it's Wilmington, North Carolina. Now, the scenario is in the wake of the George Floyd protests, uh, unrest, and all the subsequent events, there was a new police chief in a certain area in Virginia being instated based on whatever. And upon his first day on the job, he stumbles across on a fluke a recording that was made accidentally by one of the officers in the unit that had been on the force for approximately 20 years. Now, the whole idea around this concept is what has not been recorded. He's been around for a couple of decades, and finally, on a random regularity of him speaking to one of his peers now, this is what he's caught saying. He can't wait until the race wars kick off. He can't wait to get out there and just slaughter them N-words. And so, therefore, now the new police chief is as dark as Michael Jordan or Terrell Owens, Shannon Sharp, or darker. And this is the guy that's up at this press conference speaking about the way they're going to proceed about this discovery. He's talking about how they came across it, but he's the guy that's in charge. Next, I just hope by him being the guy that's in charge next, the furtherance of events are handled different than what our brother Obama. I ain't gonna on Obama. On my mama, I realized Obama came into office and did everything for others other than us. However, I also acknowledge and understand how much of an extreme and difficult task it was to accomplish to even obtain a position in that household. And you see the very next president, how much privilege, as you know, white privilege, white power, same exact initials. Listen up, y'all. That WP, that white privilege, white power, white supremacy, that'll be an S, but the P is dominant in the enunciation of the word. WP. All right? He comes in and exemplifies the ability to be far more decisive, less consultant, and irrational with the boundaries of what a presidential seat allows you to do. But just imagine the very first one of us who is genetically, if you look at just the way the parents are designed, 50% of one, even though we're the dominant, which designates you as one. But they had to make sure they had 50-50 even in that when it came to, even though they didn't even fully accept them, 50-50, and he's white and black. That's what they allow us to possess, which we are fully claiming and not knocking and taking. Now, when it comes to legislation and being able to make maneuvers on behalf of certain groups of people within America, I myself, and I believe a lot of us, were disappointed that we didn't see our brother Obama do anything that we can claim by name. And we always have the comparison, even when we speak about our civil rights and our movement, the comparison to the people in the LBGT rainbow community is always made. Whether we like it or not, it's always made. And our brother was active, visibly, undeniably, in doing things to affect legislation on their behalf. And it was kind of like a slap in the face. But we have to realize we've long been accepted that slap in the face to the point that Every time we hear our struggle associated with the struggle of the rainbow, LBGTQ, whatever, we should be adamant in the separation of the identification from what we are going through as a people of color in America is uncomparable, nothing like any other sect. But we've let every other section of people ride our coattails to the point that it's hard to right now try to do the separation. But the slap in the face is not a new slap in the face. So there's one thing definitely when you come to realize in America that even with all the compliance we've seen with officers and people that don't look like us seemingly picking up our cause, our mission. I'm speaking to my brothers, my sisters, those that look like me, those that are considered one of my own from others that are not like me. There is an amount of work of establishing a foundation that we must do that does not include anyone other than us. We cannot allow the programming of media and society and the way we've been living and the way of society that we were dying to get back to. We cannot allow that to cause us to be desensitized to what we have ignited here in America as far as bringing attention to our cause. Just be aware, as America has been opening up right now, especially on the West and in my region and in other regions, while we've been asleep, while our brother George Floyd was murdered, and we've seen other atrocities since, and we've been responding to it as a whole and as a world. Guess what? That COVID thing is now been multiplied. It's getting colder. Cases are spiking in all type of regions they didn't expect, y'all. Can't sleep. On my mama. Every time y'all think of murder, y'all think of a gunshot. But it's murder not only in the city, but in the state, in the country. On my mama, and it ain't always a gun, it ain't always a knife. You gotta be about your marathon at all costs and love life. Murder in my city life. On my mama.
Black Box Productions.
RJ on the beat.
That puzzle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.